Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, and welcome to Somaliland National Television English with me, M.Zallim, broadcasting from the M.Zallim.flv studio in Hargeisa, here to bring you the latest news in Somaliland, and these are the stories making the headlines. The Finance Minister is guest of honor at the ceremonial event by the business community. Somaliland inclusion in the National Geographic Atlas of 2012. A newly formed political organization is conducting rallies to display the support in Regafo and the Seoul region. The new Finance Minister Abdulaziz Somale, who was guest of honor at ceremonial event held by the business community of Somaliland, the newly appointed Minister of Finance, who was the previous Deputy Speaker of the House of Parliament, which he resigned from to take this post in this ceremonial event, discussed the issue of development and the role for the private sector has in Somaliland.
The major businesses community of Somaliland held a ceremonial event for the new Minister of Finance of Somaliland, Abdulaziz Somale. There were high-ranking officials from the Ministry of Finance, as well as members of the major businesses in Somaliland, who were also joined by the Minister of Fisheries and Marine Resources, Abdullahi Osman Chama Kilchire. Many of the business community members that hosted the event for the new Minister of Finance, Abdulaziz Somale, said that they hope to work closely with the new minister. They also covered the importance that a good economy has in regards to the development of Somaliland, and requested that the new Minister of Finance review the taxation regulations, and in particular the export of livestock and the import of foreign products to raise the economy of Somaliland. The new Minister of Finance, who was recently appointed by the President Ahmed Mohamed Mohamud, praised the business community for their development and the rebuild of Somaliland, for which they are the backbone of this development. The Minister of Fisheries and Marine Resources, Abdullahi Osman Chama, also said that the raising of the economy of Somaliland is important to the nation's development, and it is required that the business community take this responsibility seriously, and hopes that they make it easier for the new minister by doing all they can as the private sector.
The Committee of the Registration of Political Organizations visited Regafo, the regional capital of Senag, to validate the support of these newly formed political organizations to ensure their positions for the upcoming elections. Each organization ensured their supporters filled the streets to reach the required total of 1,000 supporters for each region.
The Committee for the Registration of Political Organizations visited the regional capital of Senag, Regafo. The purpose of the visit was to ensure that the political parties that are campaigning to become one of the 3 political organizations that will finally be recognized as the 3 political parties which will make up the future of Somaliland politics in the near future have enough support. Each political organization is required to gain 1,000 supporters from each region, among other requirements. And the purpose of the presence of the Committee for the Registration of Political Organizations is to ratify the validity of the support of these individual organizations. The founder of the political organization Badbado, Sheikh Mohammed Abdi Gede, rallied his support, which surpassed the 1,000 mark required for the region. The political organization Gurmud is another organization that surpassed the required 1,000 supporters mark, and their chairman Noor Farah Hirsi also embraced his supporters. The political organization Rays also reached the required 1,000 supporters, and their chairman Hassan also revelled in the support for his organization. Umada, Wadani, Nasir, Dalsan, Haqsor and NDP also reached their targets and also had great support from their individual supporters.
The National Geographic Atlas of 2012 launched this month has a surprise inclusion this year. The first time an unrecognized state has been included, and it is Somaliland. Unlike Taiwan or many other unrecognized states, Somaliland's inclusion is a great and historic addition.
For the first time in Somaliland's recent struggle for recognition, it has seen its first inclusion in an international atlas, the National Geographic Atlas, clearly stating the Somaliland 1960 borders despite recent enticing of insurgency to bring this issue into disrepute. This map clearly illustrates Somaliland as a separate entity while acknowledging Puntland as a region in Somalia, which is a sign of the international community and their pressure on the TFG to speak to Somaliland as separate entities and work out their future relationship as neighbours. The first time that the National Geographic Atlas has acknowledged an unrecognized state similar to that of Taiwan, among others, and it is due to the peace, security and development of Somaliland. This new publication of this atlas, which was released during March 2012, which is this current month, is a sign that the foreign and international policy of this new administration is also reaping its rewards.
The Committee of the Registration of Political Organizations arrives in Las Anod, the Seoul Regional Capital, on an inspectional tour of the regional offices of the newly formed political organizations.
The Committee for the Registration of Political Organizations visited the regional capital of Seoul, Las Anod, on their tour of the regional offices of political organizations. The chairman of the committee, Abdirsaq Chama Omar Biyale, headed the tour. The chairman sent his gratitude to all the different regions of Somaliland and the fantastic reception he's received during this tour, and in particular to those in the Seoul region and of Las Anod. The committee inspected the regional offices of Nasir, Umata, SSCD, Haksor, Dalsan and Wadani.
That's the summary of the news brought to you by the entire team here at the M.Zallim TV News English. Thank you for watching, and until next time we meet. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.